Well, that's adorable. As Princess Charlotte just keeps melting hearts due to her cuteness, we need Charlotte content every day, please. The royal captured everyone's hearts as she joined her parents and her older brother Prince George for the annual Christmas Day service at Sandringham. It was the first time that George and Charlotte joined their parents, although their younger brother Louis is thought to have stayed at the house. Royal family fans gushed over Princess Charlotte's adorable curtsy to the Queen. We've just found out the sweetest story behind a pink flamingo spotted with her. During the walkabout, Catherine and William's only daughter was handed a carefully selected bunch of white roses by starstruck James Heather, who chose them especially because they're his mother's favourite. In an adorable clip, it seems the flower choice was a hit with the princess too, as she refused to hand them over for safekeeping. When they left the church, Kate came over and said, "Are these for Charlotte?" And then James said, "Yes," and handed them over. His mum Nikita explained. Charlotte looked really shy and coy, but you could tell she was happy, and then she said, "Thank you." James was so excited, but I think he was quite starstruck by her. In the adorable footage, a royal aide can be seen leaning in to take the flowers off Princess Charlotte, but she had other ideas. Keeping hold of them in her right hand, the adorable young royal instead smiled as she headed off to greet other well-wishers alongside her mother. What made it all even sweeter was I watched her as she walked off, and other people were giving her flowers which were handed to a protection officer, but she just wouldn't let go of James. She kept them in her hand the whole time. And it wasn't the only heartwarming moment that took place, as other footage emerged showing that Prince George led the way in encouraging his younger sister to hug a well-wisher following the traditional church service. Footage that surfaced yesterday showed the princess leaving the crowds at the Norfolk church queuing after she was spotted embracing wheelchair-bound Gemma Clark, who had waited all morning to say hello. In the new clip, it's clear that Prince George, who walked alongside his father Prince William, hugged Miss Clark, who travelled from Long Sutton in Lincolnshire to spot the royals first, just moments before his younger sister stepped in to cuddle her too. Those who spotted the adorable moment can be heard saying "Aww" at the sweet embrace between the young royal and the member of the public. It's now been reported that the fan, Gemma Clark, noticed that Princess Charlotte kept looking at the flamingo, which the woman calls her lucky charm. The flamingo, which she named Felicity, was a 39th birthday present, but when she noticed the little princess staring over numerous times, she thought, "I wonder would she like her?" Gemma said little Charlotte then gave her a massive hug, which was captured by the photographers and recorded to be on cloud 9. Charlotte attended her first Christmas church service on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk with members of the extended royal family in 2019, at the invitation of Queen Elizabeth II. Part of the royal family's Christmas tradition involves spending the period at the Sandringham estate, a sprawling country property purchased in the 1900s by Queen Victoria for her eldest son. The property doesn't belong to the state, and as such it's one of the private residences that's been inherited in the monarch's own right. Queen Elizabeth II inherited Sandringham when her father died in 1952, and when the Queen herself in turn died in 2022, her son King Charles III took over the estate. Later that year, Charles kept his mother's tradition by continuing to host the royal family at the property for Christmas.